Using the crayon app and writing with 3D letters, I thought it was a lot easier than I thought it'd be, and this is one of the most immensely satisfying and fun things I've done so far with this new pen. I found it a lot harder to write on the board on the Freeform app, which is more like a 2D board, and on another 2D app that's using this pen. But 3D, it works great. So I guess that's probably something they're probably gonna work out. Feeling the letters in the air, I just can imagine this is gonna have a lot of possibilities. For teaching, maybe it might be an edge case, but I'm just remembering how people in the Waldorf school have little kids dance to mathematics. It's gonna be so fun. One of the big things about my high school, I had a really awesome teacher in Russian program, and poetry was part of our education in high school. We had to memorize a ton of Pushkin, but of course it was in the ancient days of the dinosaurs, so I didn't have all this fancy internet, and everything was a cassette tape. We had to memorize the poems and recite them in class, and then we would travel to competitions against other high schools and be evaluated by these old Russian women on our elocution. They would quiz us on the poem. So Pushkin is very deep in my mind. It's pretty wild that I can just casually set up this augmented reality board and play a Pushkin poem being recited by someone who's authentically Russian. I wish I had this when I was younger, but at the same time, when I was younger, I also didn't have all these massive distractions. Being able to write to hearing the poem recited is really nice. I hope this is like a new way of teaching. While it's challenging to write on the Freeform board, cursive works really well, and you can put little 3D models in it. I'm an early adopter and enthusiast, so I might be overly optimistic, but I think this has a bright future for learning.